is the Legion.
Antonio Brown is like any normal 19-year-old. He is an aspiring rapper with big dreams and big promise.
My daddy died in October, but birthday in December.
Today, he is following in his father's footsteps. But it's the pain of his father's unsolved murder that keeps him up at night.
This really hurt me. Yeah, this really hurt me.
His father, Antonio Brown, a singer and rapper, and Greg Bryant were killed in the 200 block of Washburn Street on October 25th, 2013. They were killed a short distance from Brown's home. According to the Escambia County Sheriff's Office, one man was found slumped over in the passenger seat while the other victim was found partially out of the vehicle.
And last night I went to his grave. Like me and my uncle, we went to his grave and I was...
What does this Ensley speak of? What is this area?
Well, this is North Pensacola. So you have 4 areas comprising of the uptown area, and those are Ensley, Wedgewood, Lincoln Park, and the Cantonment area. So that's uptown. I grew up in this trailer. I've been a resident of Ensley for the last 25 years. My current age is 39 right now, and these are some of my partners right here. Some of, you know what I'm saying, I treat these men like family. I love them like family. So this is Champ, the big homie Champ.
What's good?
And this is my partner Marquise Kyles.
What's up?
That have all been residents of this area.
What was life as a child for you?
Life as a child, this particular area, especially in the 1980s, it was a lot of drug dealing here, a lot of crack cocaine. You know, I just seen a lot of violence in this neighborhood, and but my childhood was good. You know, my parents, they were hard workers. They did what they could to try to keep me out of the streets. Back then, it was a lot simpler. Life was a lot simpler. I don't think that children had as many. I don't think they had as many obstacles in their way or as many trials as they have today. But so I was a product of my environment. I seen a lot, and so when I got ready to get off of the porch, as they say, or get ready to get my freedoms and be able to get into the streets, I was influenced by a lot of those same things: guns, drugs, violence. And now that I'm of age, I'm aware of the consequences and the ways that type of lifestyle, it cost me, or it hindered my progression as a man.
How old were you when you started slanging?
I started selling dime bags at Pine Forest High School in the 9th grade. I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that at all. I think I needed better friends. Shit, I did.
Were you in a single parent home?
No, I had my mother and father both raised me, and I think they did great as parents. It was more of the decisions that I made once I became a teenager. When I preteen, you know, my trouble started. Like I said, I got in trouble around 14 years of age in the 9th grade. That's when I caught my first case. So it was a downward spiral from there. My father, he was kind of strict, so I thought he was trying to stop my funds. So that kind of pushed me away. It made me want to go in the streets. I was trying to see what he was trying to keep me from. It made me want to go into the streets even more.
How did you feel once you were out in the streets?
Well, at first I was afraid. Naturally, there was fear, and I had fights that I was getting into. I was from house to house, so I didn't really have any stability. I didn't have anywhere to live at the time, so I would call on aunties, friends. I was sleeping. They call them baser houses, but that's where a lot of crackheads live, and so, you know, since I was dealing drugs, I would just go from my auntie to this place to that place, the pillar to post. And with me being afraid, I was like, well, either it's kind of like a sink or swim situation. Either I'm going to do whatever it takes to get ahead. I went into survival mode, so to speak. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to get ahead, and doing whatever it takes to get ahead wasn't always the right thing to do. So there's a lot of things that I did that it would break the law. I would break the law, but I would ultimately get to the next day. There's a lot of things that I did, and, you know, some of those things that I did, I've already been I've already did my time for. So I'm not gonna get too in depth into it, but when you speak about breaking the law, there's numerous things that I've done to break the law. Yes, it's countless. I've sold crack cocaine. I've been a kick door robber. I've robbed people at gunpoint. I've been robbed at gunpoint. It's petty theft, aggravated battery, you name it. Pretty much I've done it. I've never raped. I've never raped anyone. Pedophiles, rape, that's the lowest of the low. That's the scum of the earth. But I did think most of my crimes were money motivated. My life is an open book. I'm not really ashamed of anything I did because it helped me to become who I am today. It helped build character.
Was there any particular situation that scared you enough where you wanted to change?
I never was afraid. When I was young, I was never afraid to die. I was never afraid of in life and in prison. I didn't get a healthy fear of the law until after I had my children. And knowing that these things would also affect my children and my wife as well. And my inner circle, period. My friends, family, my mother. You start to think, hey, that's a selfish way of thinking. You have other people in this world that love you and they want to see you do right. They want to see you do well. So when you get in trouble and you lose your freedom or you lose your life, you're not just affecting, it's not just you who loses. I think everyone loses. As adults, we know that everyone loses.
Residents on Warner Avenue in Ensley woke up Friday morning to find their neighbor's home blocked off with crime scene tape.
It's quiet. People keep to themselves usually most of the time, but sometimes gunshots ring off.
Vince Cannon lived in the home. He was found dead outside around 7 a.m. with a gunshot wound. Now his brother Waymond is left with the difficult task of going through his things.
I was hoping and praying that it wasn't true, that it wasn't him, or they had the wrong address or the wrong person.
Cannon was an Army veteran. While his brother says Cannon was no angel, he took care of others.
He helped everybody in the neighborhood. All the kids right here love him. And he was a great person. He'll help anybody.
Authorities believe the shooting may have been drug-related. A scary situation for a busy neighborhood filled with kids.
We got to keep kids from going through what we've been through.
Repeating the cycle.
The cycle got to stop. Nipsey died for the same cycle that we living in. We got to stop killing each other because you got more money than me, I got more money than you. I ain't never been on that shit.
Stupidity.
I don't rob, I don't kill, but I done got some money. I'm gonna leave it at that. So, I mess with the kids now, I coach. I'm trying to keep the kids out the street, period. Selling dope ain't the only way to get money.
No, it's not.
We start out with nothing. Most of us got single parent homes. Some of us ain't had no parent. But, I grew up looking at the guys in the hood. That's all I know. We out here. But we gotta change, though. We gotta stop the violence, stop the killing, stop the madness. You gotta start with income revenues. You start with us spending the money with the man next to you. Instead of taking the money somewhere else, spend the money with the man in the hood. Build a relationship with the kids. Stop telling the kids, oh, I don't like his daddy, so we ain't fucking with them. That's bullshit. That's where it started at. It started with your neighbor. You see your neighbor with your lights cut off and you got the extra money? Pay that shit. You feel me? That's what kind of shit it is.
Love thy neighbor as thyself. All this is real. These are rules to live by. It's real. You gotta have some love. That's how you keep community strengthened. Through love. You gotta treat the next man like you want to be treated. Quit lying to your brother. Quit disrespecting him every chance you get. Stealing from him. That's a message to all you guys that's living like that. You live in shife. That's why it's so much plex. That's why it's always drama going on. Cause you trying to hit his old lady, sleep with his old lady. He at the club, you think he got more than you trying to break in his house. Take from him. You know where he at. You supposed to be watching his house. Instead, you trying to find out how you can get in it and take from him. I don't rock like that. I can't deal with dudes like that, man. I'm dealing with positive energy, like-minded people, individuals who share the same thoughts and concepts and ideas as I do. You need to learn who you are. We don't need no more gangsters. We don't need no more crack dealers, no more active shooters. We don't need none of that. That's destruction. This is about progression, and not of just our race, but definitely our race. You gotta love all people, but you gotta learn how to love yourself first. Our children have been indoctrinated with self-hate. They don't know who they are. You need to learn about this melanated skin. And the man that I studied with, that's my OG. He got much game. He keep me sharp. On you.
Peace, Reflex. Peace. I love myself. What's good? What's good? We here with the big homie Des. First I want to give honor to the big homie Des for caring enough about the community, about what's going on, to be a part of the solution instead of being a part of the problem. Most of us sit around and talk about what's going on and the things that we don't like about what's taking place in the community, but who is being active. See, we need to learn how to start being proactive instead of being reactive. So I'm gonna give honor to the little homie Des, to the OG, the little G, Des,
Peace to the God.
For putting this together so that we can bring some kind of closure and try to be more informative about what's going on in our communities, who we are, where we come from, and what we stand for. With that being said, I'm Aboriginal man, also formerly known as Mario or Yoshi. In my past life, what I like to refer to as my past life is when I was vibrating at a lower level of consciousness, where I didn't know who I was and I was doing things that wasn't in my higher self. So I call that my past self. Now that I leveled up in consciousness, I understand that I am everything and everything is me. I love myself, I love my reflection, because you are just a reflection of me. We got to come out of these paradigms of thought that we've been trapped in that cause us to react in the way that we react in. We believe in separation, and separation is an illusion. Once we begin to break down these walls of separation and understand that humanity is one, then we can really heal from the inside, from the out. You see, we rocking a shirt called Morals Over Desires. So that's letting you know that we all have desires, but the thing to do is to have your morals and your values and your priorities in proper place, and therefore your desires will be in your proper place and your desires won't rule you. For your desires to rule you is for you to burn on the inside, because you forever want them. Your desires gonna always grow, but your morals have to become your governing system. You have to be governed by morals, not desires. When you place your morals, your system, your system of morale at the top of your consciousness over your desires, you become a balanced being then. You quit wanting to kill thy brother because you understand that your brother's a part of you. We're not here to kill, we're here to heal. And you know, it's just a sickness situation, and we understand where we come from, because I came from this hood. I done some of the very things that I'm speaking again right now, but I leveled up in consciousness. That's part of evolution. Evolution means to evolve. Anything that doesn't evolve is retarded. Retarded means to be at a stagnated state that doesn't grow. Everything in our universe and nature grows. It grows, and so shall we. So this thing that we're doing now is about growth. We want to grow emotionally. We got to heal emotionally. For us to heal physically, we have to heal emotionally. Behind all anger is pain, you see? And so when we learn how to deal with our anger, which is our pain, we can heal physically. But we must heal emotionally. We got to start dealing with some of this stuff that we don't deal with. We've been taught men is what men is not. Masculine energy don't run from nothing. We deal with everything. We deal with our issues. We deal with our problems. We talking about like men. We working out like men. That's what men supposed to do. You don't supposed to kill. You don't supposed to run. You don't supposed to hurt. You don't supposed to do that. You're supposed to come to an understanding. And understanding comes from communication.
Knowledge. Deal with your brother out of knowledge.
Building. And another thing about that is what love is. We've been conditioned to think that love is a feeling. So we become emotional beings instead of being intellectual beings. We got to use our logic to balance out our feelings. You understand? Love is understanding. You cannot love what you do not understand. So when somebody tell you, I love you, what you should be hearing from them people is that I understand you. And if you don't hear that, then you know that's not love. That's their idea of love. But true love is understanding.
Yes.
And that comes through communication.
Well, I'm Champ. Like I came out here back in 96. Came to Ensley back in 96. From the east side, from downtown. I'm a downtown dude.
Oh, really?
And it ain't the same out here. That stuff done changed. All the killing and ignorance that's been going on between us brothers out here in the whole city is
the whole city of Pensacola.
Is uncalled for. It's really, really uncalled for. Like you said, we grew up fighting each other. When I came out here, old downtown ass nigga this and downtown ass nigga that, and bumping here up and down, round and round. I ain't losing nothing, but I'm here. You hear me? Like I'm here. Like I ain't. But that what we did. Ain't nobody shoot me in the back of my head because I'm from Tarragona Street or Miller Street. I'm a Grand Hotel nigga. They call it Grand Hotel nigga. Ain't nobody shoot me in the back of the head. It come up. You can't be right here. Well, beat me up. You hear me? Beat me up. But that ain't like that no more, man. And ain't nobody, you know, with the not want to see the next man do better than you mentality everybody got around here. It's crazy, and I hate seeing my girls grow up in this type of environment, man. It's wild.
It bothers you.
It bothers
you feel for your children.
For my kids, your kids, y'all, everybody kids, my nieces, nephews, falling off.
Because if we don't correct it, they ain't gonna have nothing left.
It ain't gonna be nothing left. It ain't gonna be nothing left. Like it used to be like how quiet it is now. It used to be you hear folks, you hear kids, you hear somebody yelling at
they
something.
They scared to come outside and play because they scared they may get shot or there's harm going to come to them.
And it's wild, man. It's wild. And we here to talk about it. I'll be 41 in a little bit, and I never thought I'd see this age. First off, I could never see that far in the future, but I'm here, and I wish a lot of other people were here too, you know. But it didn't happen that way, and I'm trying to strive to empower other men and women to think positive about stuff. Don't look at it one way. Don't look at the situation one way. I'm high-headed. I'm still high-headed. But like playing chess, I ain't gonna just go head on. I'm gonna look at different strategies to handle the situation now. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go head on with just because you stepped on my toe and I'm just going on off. It was actually somebody over there could have pushed him into me, and now I'm all over him. You got to look at it. It ain't happen like that. He ain't mean to do that. But so like now I just look at it and I want to put in the other cats. Look at stuff in different angles. Just come at it at different, you know what I'm saying, at different points of view.
Well, peace. Frankie. Y'all just sparked my intellect with that conversation. Going back to what the brother Chunk was saying about different perspectives and looking at things from a different point of view, it's called view switching. Like seeing things from the other person's views, the other person's perspective from their shoes, seeing where they were coming from so that you can make a sound decision is what they actually was talking about. And by that topic, it sparked me to understand or to talk about what the first form of currency is, which is money, you know, which is another form of energy, you know. So when we go to talking about money and morals, that's where the confusion come into play at. We have put money as our morals when money is not moral, it is amoral.
It's just a tool.
It is amoral, it's not moral.
Yeah.
Okay, but when money becomes our governing system, then that's where the problem comes in. But when we begin to understand that energy, currency, is our first form of attention.
Your life source.
Our first form of attention is our energy, our first form of energy, is what we pay our attention to.
Understood.
Because that's your greatest source, right there.
Whatever you put in your time and
there
your
you
energy,
go. Now, by us getting there and getting to that topic, we get to what melanin is. Now, back to what the homie Des was saying. There is no black, there is no white. Humanity is all brown, different shades of brown. Okay? I know what white is, which is the homie shirt. That's white. We know humanity doesn't look like this. And we know what black is. Okay. We all are different shades of brown. Now, melanin is a transmitter and emitter of energy. So what that means is that your melanin receives light codes directly from the sun. This is what melanin is. It's a conductor of energy. Okay?
This is true.
Put the camera down here real fast. If y'all notice, this is why
you barefooted.
I'm barefooted. Because I am an energetic being. I am energy. You see? And the earth is full of telluric energy. Yeah. You see? It's kinetic energy in the earth.
Correct.
So the rubber serves as an insulator of what we are, which is energy. So this is where the disconnect come in. It's culturally, you see? It's culturally. We've been conditioned to be separated from what we are, which is the earth. Every element that's in this planet is in my being.
Correct.
I am the earth.
The book says you were created from the dust, and from the dust you shall return.
I am the earth.
Yes.
So I must become one with that, with what I am. Who wants to be separate from what they are?
No
we must become closer to what we are, which is nature. Right. We must stand for what's right, which is to live in peace with this planet called Earth, this organism. We must not destroy it. We must not support anything that destroys it. We must protect the trees. We must protect the bees. We must protect the animals. That's who the melanated warriors, the so-called thug, true nature is. And thug is nothing but a true hero under God. That's what a true thug is. You see, you stand for your morals and your principles. But if your value system is misplaced because you don't know what you are and what this is and what we're here to do, then you'll do things of the lower vibrational being. You see? So what we're here to do is we're here to evolve, grow in knowledge, in understanding of what this is, and to elevate our consciousness and to start become what we should be, what we truly are in this day and time. We live in an information age, and a lot of us are still running on old software programs that has not been updated. There is no reason for us not to know what's going on around us when we walk around with computers in our hand 24 hours a day. The reason we do not know is because we pay our attention to things that does not help our situation. The first form of money is what you pay your attention to. You broke because you have no morals. You see? You see? So once we place our morals and our value system where it belongs, we will not want for anything because everything is ours. You see? But we should not love money. We don't love money because when you're going to love money, then you're going to hate what's right. You're going to hate to do what's right. You're going to hate balance. You're going to hate justice. You're going to hate harmony because it goes against your money system. You see?
And they living like that out here.
That's a fact.
I take your life.
That's a fact.
For the dollar.
That's a fact.
That's right.
And so the solution to the problem is divine knowledge of self. Know thyself. And I tell you, to know thyself is to know God.
Believe that.
The Christ himself told you that which is in you is greater than that which is in the world. So why do you seek outside of you to find solution to your problem? When you are the very thing that you in search of.
The answers is in you.
Your scriptures tell you this. But you have eyes and see not. You can hear and hear not. You see? Because we've been distracted with Instagram, Snapchat, 30 seconds, quick clip, quick. Your attention. The Lord self is scrambling, fighting for your attention because you are the battery, you are the power, the transmitter, the emitter of energy. You are that. You are the source that keeps the very thing alive that you cry about. Where do you put your attention? What is your focus at? Can you focus? Or are you easily distracted? Can you hold a thought for a substantial amount of time without being interrupted? If not, you will never create or manifest anything because you don't value your attention. You don't value your money. You just give your money away. You just give your money away. You just give your currency to anybody. You just give your currency to anything.
Not your physical currency.
Your first form of currency.
Which is your energy.
What you pay your attention to.
Yes, sir. Keep that in mind. You got to keep that, putting that on them. What you paying your attention to.
Because the scientific definition of melanin is a transmitter and emitter of energy. You can receive and transmit energy.
Which is called currency.
So whatever you pay your attention to, you powering it up. This is why Tiger can grab a golf club and become Tiger Woods. This is why Serena can grab a tennis racket and become Serena. This is why Johnny can go in the courtroom, Johnny Cochran become Johnny Cochran. Because anything we put our mind to, we will power it up. Facts.
We've all been hurt some kind of way.
Peace to the gods. I love myself.
It's about the long game.
Still going in.
Longevity. Stay focused. This is personal. This is personal. Injury. Understand me. This is personal.
Back in the day, man, this is how it used to be, man. We get together as a community, whether it be just one person and everybody come together and we just share, you know what I'm saying? And make it about the kids, or make it about, you know what I'm saying, a sense of being happy and everybody being together in fellowship, you know what I'm saying? Because in the end of the day, man, when it's all said and done, it's about the relationships you have with people versus, you know what I'm saying, what you know or what you think you know.
How much money you got, how big your house.
Exactly. This the future right here, man. No doubt. And I look at that and I'm happy looking at this because all these kids out here, man, they happy. They ain't got a care in the world. Everybody up here, they got many troubles, many things going on in their life. But we can help ourselves. That's what it's for. I'm just happy to be here, man. I'm happy to be a part of this. I thank y'all for being here and being a part of this and showing this to the other people, letting them know that the world ain't what you think it is, man. In the end of the day, man, there's people who actually do give a fuck and actually want to do something, man, to make something happen. And it's up to you whether or not you want that to happen. You got to be passionate about not only your life, but life itself, man, at the end of the day. The world wants you to think negative, but at the end of the day, you got to be righteous, man. And that's real talk. The Most High, man, all praises go to him, man. He want to make this all possible, man. At the end of the day, you can look at the facade of all this stuff, but at the end of the day, man, it's the people and the heart that makes it all ride out.
It's not hard work at all. It's like
I might not be eloquent with words,
That don't matter, bro.
but at the end of the day, this is what it's all about, man. Family. We might not be family, but we together right now. We fellowshipping right now. We breaking bread right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Right now, a lot of people will talk to you, and they talk to you with their mirror image, their facade. Me, I'm gonna speak to you with my inner spiritual self, man. And this is me. This is what I love. My family, my heart is my kids right out there, man. That's what it's all about. I don't know about other people, what they do in their life, man, but for me and mine, I'm keeping the statutes and commandments of the Most High and falling in line with them right there, man. Keeping them having a legacy. It ain't about me no more, man. I used to think that stuff in my 20s and stuff when I was younger. Right now, I realize, man, in my 30s, I'm about to be 40, man. It's about them. It ain't about me. They're the ones that got to take control. They don't know nothing, man, unless we teach them. Reach one, teach one. But who reaching one? Who teaching one? Nobody.
It's our job.
It's our job, man. Ain't nobody stepping up to the plate. But this is my spotlight to be like, hey, man, step up to the plate. Do your job. This is what it's for, man. What you think your grandmama and all them people slave, take care of you and do all that stuff for? It's for you to be here and do the same thing for them. Killing for what, man? We the same people. We in the same struggle, the same bondage, man. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't no different than Egypt, bruh. Better recognize we still under bondage, man. But until we recognize that we as a people unify, we change all this. It's supposed to be a democracy ran by the people, but the democracy is ran by the government. Where the people at? The people's voice is only a protest or a sign. What the hell is that? Shit, you elect people for what? For them to speak our voice, but they don't speak nothing. They speak their agendas, they speak their lobbyists, you know what I'm saying, how they gonna make their money in the long run when they sit back and cut back, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day,
it's left up to us.
It's left up to us. The individual. The people who run this country. The GMP, you know what I'm saying? But that's just me. I ain't trying to go philosophical, go all crazy and stuff. I'm just, that's me as Michael Crockett. Yeah, you know how that goes. But that's Deuteronomy 28, but I ain't gonna go no deeper than that, you know. That's the curses and the blessings, but you know, that's his people, you know what I'm saying? We gotta rise from that. It's whether or not you knowledgeable to see it as it is or stay in the matrix and go as it go.
Listen up, little brother, while I kick it to you. Gotta play it smart, not hard, cause the laws is crooked, they'll sneak it to you. Dope game is full of pain and misery. Better be prepared for full clips and still penalty. High speed chases and smiling faces that lie every chance they get to avoid cases. Ready to rat on you. Separation is an illusion. We all the same, still is one conclusion. It's a dirty game. Pregnant mother smoking rock, cocaine, and meth.
I'm trying to catch me a big ass catfish. Dad, what's up though, baby?
Shit, brother, I don't know. You tell me.
Shit, what happened?
Man, you already know. I'm out here trying to, you know, gauge what the hood feeling like. You know what I'm saying? Check their temperature.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? It's been a lot of foul shit going on around here, man. And ain't nobody doing nothing about it. Ain't nobody speaking out. We ain't got to do no policing. We can govern ourselves. We supposed to be kings. We supposed to be. That ain't no big catfish.
I ain't got my hot dog. But like at the end of the day though, like they be like baby new waters. A lot of shit I don't condone in or whatever, right? But you know, I condone in right and what's wrong, like, you know. That's it. But you know. Shit gotta change too though. But we gotta make a change though. You know what I'm saying? It start with us though, the OGs. And it's like RIP to a lot of people.
To a lot of people.
Like,
a lot of people. But they gonna be in the video because I'm gonna make sure.
I'm like blessed to be here right now though. Like,
all of us
thankful
are.
Too.
That's what's up.
And I usually don't get on cameras and shit. I'm super paranoid. But I had the blessing.
From my OG. We just hanging out. You got sheep and shit. Like we on 10 acres, man. This my full property. Like, chilling. Shit, like shot like one time.
Only once?
Yeah, fucked me up too.
One bullet.
One bullet fucked me up.
Damn. You know, I thought you got shot more times than that, P. Where is the bullet still lodged?
That bitch still lodged. Like, damn. That bitch like punctured my lungs. Like, damaged the nerves by the spinal cord. Never broke my spinal cord. Broke 3 of my ribs. I was in the hospital like, that bitch like the jail house. I was sick of this hospital. I was in that bitch like 6 to 8 days.
Damn. 6 to 8 days.
I had to go through rehab and all that shit.
Trying to learn to walk again.
And piss and shit. Dick never goddamn stopped working though.
That's for grown folks. I know it's gonna be some kids watching this documentary.
You keeping it G though, bleep it out. Like.
You ain't gotta bleep it, it's gonna be there. This raw footage.
That's it. Like.
This for the hood. Bruh, half of the stuff that I'm telling them that's wrong, we did it. Maybe most of it, 98% of it. Talking about kick dough robbers, no powder, cooking crack, they know.
That ain't what's up though.
It's really not.
Kids go to school.
What? It's not what's up.
For real.
If you say you're a king, then you govern yourself like a king.
I got tattoos and shit like all my dead. I'm a fucking walking goddamn tombstone. Like all these damn names and shit on me.
Of dead bodies.
Dead bodies. People I grew up with.
That's a bone pile. Get a good bit in that. That's a bone pile.
Yeah.
These is fallen soldiers, skulls.
All them bitches.
This is Psalms.
Like,
Psalms.
Like 10 people.
23, 1 through 6. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. And you know how the rest goes.
Yeah. Shout out to the cameraman too.
Shout out to your boy. Shout out to Suave Studios where I cut hair. Find your craft. Build. Get you something that you spend your time into.
Yeah, you gotta love it too.
Gotta love it. Do your passion.
Yeah, you gotta have a passion for it. If you ain't got no passion for it, you shouldn't be doing it.
We don't need no more gangsters. We don't need no more crack dealers.
Gangsters
no more
don't
murder.
last long.
Something that you could give to tell us about what needs to be done in order to try to bring change to this neighborhood, or just about us killing each other in general, what would you say? What my suggestion be? What should they do? Yes. Have more outings like this where y'all congregate, talk, and express what's going on in your mind and find out what the neighborhood is about, and eradicate the drug traffic. Drug traffic bad. It's always been bad. But you can't stop it because the police can't stop it. They don't want to stop it. Hey, that's what I'm talking about right there. You hear that? Right? They can stop it if they wanted to. They don't want to. They don't want to stop it because it's good for business.
So y'all gonna jerk on the camera? What's going on? Children, well, I can say this here. These are my cousin Tony Brown kids. These kids here will fight your ass. They don't give a damn. I don't know why they doing all this here though, extra. But at the same time, we miss you, we love you. We all gonna see you one day. It is what it is.
How you doing, man? My name is Marlon Hill. I lived out in this hood for about 30 years, and it has never been this bad. We killing each other. These youth out here don't have no respect for the elderly. They with that gunplay, which we don't need out here in this neighborhood. We need to start bringing unity and knowledge and try to teach these young people how to pursue life. Because we running around here with these pistols, killing people and selling dope and breaking down the neighborhood is hurting this area. This neighborhood ain't never been this bad in the 30 years I've been out here. I love this neighborhood. I wish I had the money to buy up some of this property that they're letting people come in and buy. These kids need to get their life on track. They friends one day, and tomorrow they shooting each other. It doesn't make sense to me. I've never seen nothing like this before in my life. They have no kind of guidance, no leadership at all. We need somebody to come out here and try to tell these guys. You talk to them, they don't want to listen. It's in one ear and out the other one. We need to get some kind of organization or organized situation to put them together to make this thing work. And what y'all doing, I admire that, because I told my friend Des here, I had the same thing. I told my wife about it a couple years ago. They need to start doing more stuff like this. You don't even see this in this area, especially in Pensacola alone. You don't see this. So I've been out there in the street, I was on drugs, and I changed my life.
Both of us.
And now I'm beginning to see prosperity, and I'm prospering. I don't look down on these guys, you know. I try to tell them, I say, hey man, you know, sometimes you got to think, man, you got family, you got kids, you hurting both sides of the family. You hurting your family, and you hurting the victim family. That's what they ain't looking at. It's like a chain reaction in domino when they fall. You got to look at that. That's what's wrong with this neighborhood. Everybody's scared to sit down and have communication. It's like, oh man, dog, that man, such and such. Man, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hear that what you're talking about. But you're still going to have doing dumb stuff. You need knowledge, or you won't be on this earth long. Or you would be locked up all the rest of your life. It doesn't make sense what's going on in this neighborhood. It ain't never happened like this in this neighborhood, man. We used to be called the dirt road soldier when all these roads was dirt, but we didn't carry on like that. But in the last 10 years or so, I mean, this hood made a whole different circle. It went the other way, for the worse. It should have been for the better.
My name is Tamika. I used to be a resident out here in Ensley. A lot of stuff been going on out here that I don't like, but I can't change any of that. But I want my kids to be in a better environment, safe environment. And I think what these guys are doing is great, because it lets you know that they got our back. And just hopefully some things can change out here, period. You know, it's sad, some of the things that go on, you know, but you have no control over that. So I think that prayer in the community is much needed. I think that people should come together more instead of just being against each other, and, you know, introduce more things to life and just street things. And that's all I have to say.
Hey, I'm Amina Patterson. I'm 22 years old. I've been living here in Ensley my whole life. I haven't seen much of like the bad parts. I mean, it was like a little bad when I was growing up. Like, we knew not to go down like certain parts of the street and everything. But personally, I've never experienced anything. Probably my older siblings have. They have experiences. But I say it's all situational. Like, if you put yourself in a certain situation, you're not gonna like the place you came from. Like, I grew up here. I have no problem. I love Pensacola. I love Ensley. But my siblings are like a complete 360. And I think it's just like the situations they put themselves in. That's about it.
Where are you in school?
I go to PSC. I'm in a nursing program. I have about 2 years left, and then I'm looking for a job at Sacred Heart, and that's about it.
So what advice do you have for these young men and young women that are getting caught up with maybe wrong friends, or, you know, you want to motivate them? What motivated you to want to go to school? What motivated you to want to go on from high school to college and do the right thing, make the right choices?
My parents are like my biggest role models.
Okay.
Like, my dad's a teacher. He's been a teacher for 22 years at Escambia.
Cool.
I don't know, he's very intelligent. And like, he's always like instilled in us to like, I mean, the only thing he's wanted from us is to go like get an education, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
So I think this will be very influential and motivational to younger people to see. This is a young lady who's trying to do everything by the book. She's trying to do right. You know what I'm saying? So we want these young people to have opportunities.
Yeah.
You can have an opportunity just like you to go to school, to do the right thing. Yeah, and you come out of the same adversity as most of everybody out here. So everybody has an excuse, but you got to use that excuse to motivate yourself and be better, and that's what you're doing. So you're very inspiring to us, of course, so you're very going to be inspiring to them too. So we thank you so much for today.
Thank you.
Keep on keeping on, nurse. Okay, hello Pensacola. My name is LaShondra Ross. I'm coming to you from Ensley, Florida, where I used to live many years ago. I'm coming back to the neighborhood because I was interested in what you guys got going on with the documentary. First of all, I work with Montgomery Advocacy on gun violence, and I've been talking to a lot of young men, a lot of young women. I've been to at least 80, 90 funerals, and I'm tired of going to these young men's funerals. Young girls, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing these parents crying and burying their child, identifying their children. Nobody should have to do that. You know what I'm saying? So We need to let these young men know you are royalty. You did not come from no slavery. You are royal. Anybody out here making you feel like you are the females, the bad bitches, you know, you this and you that. You are a king. You are a queen. You are a prince and princesses. Anybody making you feel less than that, that's on them. We got to get this gun violence under control and let these men and women know that we love them. We're out here for them. If they need us, we need to be coming together as a community. If you know about this organization that can help this person, if you're a felon, if you're this, you got this going on, you think you have all these factors that are working against you, if you got God, you don't worry about these other factors. You worry about these people that's trying to help you. Right. This is what disturbs me about Ensley and other communities. A lot of us have money, and some of us don't. I'm not saying I'm rich. The ones that have money, we need to be investing more in our communities. We need to be investing more in our young people. Take a young man aside, take a young lady aside and say, hey, can I do this with you? Be a big brother, a big sister. But what we're going to have to do is we got to put these guns down. You're killing each other. The KKK is loving you because they've been on vacation for how many years? Because you're doing it for free. So I think we need to just, quit that job and, don't let nobody have that job. So what I want to do, I want to start coming to cities and talking to these young men and young women and figure out how we can help y'all. Let's get past the anger management, the mental illness, the depression, the anxiety, the self-hate, the disrespect, that you don't have respect for yourself, your mother, nobody. We got to get past this, y'all. We got to get past this. You got to love the skin that you in, because all we got is us. They don't want us. Trump don't want us. All we have is us. So, I'm here in Pensacola, I'm here in Ensley, specifically Ensley, because I want to do something for my community and I want you young men to live. I'm tired of going to people's funeral under 21, under 15, under 10, under 5. I'm tired of it. So I'm thinking with me right here, the buck's gonna stop with me today and I'm gonna pass the buck on to you and see what you're gonna do about it. So as a community, I want us to get together and do whatever we need to do to get Ensley back to where it needs to be doing. Whatever you need to be doing to be right in your community, just do it. You don't have to be out here selling drugs, all this stuff, all this intelligence you got. You smart enough to kill somebody. Be smart enough to go get your degree, your diploma. Open your own business. It's real easy. You go online, they tell you how to open up a business. So let's just get together as a community and you will be hearing a whole lot from me in the near future. Ensley and Pensacola. I
hope that this documentary is informative and is also inspiring. This is the neighborhood that I'm from. I'm proud of it. Pensacola is my city. We got a lot going on. And we need more individuals to step up. I don't know if people are in fear, but what I do know is that me personally, I feel obligated to try to help inspire and to help change lives of these young children, especially the ones that are headed on the wrong paths or they feel like they don't have anybody to look up to or nobody to talk to. So this video is made for just that specific reason, for our youth, so that we can help steer them and guide them in the directions to become who they're supposed to be. Instead of teaching them that drug dealing and promiscuity and all of these different things that they're involved in is okay. We need to let them know it's not okay. And we need to all be held accountable, all parents. If you got young ones looking up to you, I don't care if you're a teacher, police officer, I don't care what your job is. If you know you got young children looking up to you, then every day it's your job to try to instruct them in the way they should go. And if you know that you out here doing things that children are watching and you setting a poor example, you need to change.
That's good.
We don't always do the right things as people, you know what I'm saying? We don't always do the right things, but you gotta try. It's the effort. Some people ain't giving no effort. They don't care. They stuck in their ways. Some people, they fine with who they are. It doesn't bother them that they don't have any laws or any principles or morals to govern their lives. But for the individuals out there that do, and the ones who can hear me clearly, and they know what this documentary is about, I need you to give it 110%. I need you to step up. and do all that you can in the community to make our communities better places. Cool. You know what they say, if you ain't part of the problem, if you ain't part of the solution, you part of the problem. Ain't that what they say? If you ain't part of the solution, you part of the problem. I don't want to be a part of the problem no more. Cause I was part of the problem for a long time, bro. Or was the problem? Me and my way of thinking. Yeah. It's 2019, man. Y'all better wake up. Drug dealing ain't cool. Murder ain't cool. Stealing ain't cool. You ain't hard. Y'all ain't hard. Can't be no harder than me. Ain't no power in the gun. The power is here. This is where the power is. It ain't in the gun. It's in here. It's in here. And you know where that power comes from? The Most High. Yahweh. Jehovah. Philippians 4:13 says, all things are possible through God who strengthens me. I'm a true believer in that. All things are possible through God who strengthens me.
Yabui, they waiting on who next.